Justin Adams and I bought him as a 2-year-old from Phil Raff's program. And then we sold him to Tom Durrett about halfway through his 3-year-old year. I was, I think, 11th on him at the fraternity. And he's just been real, he needed to be gelded. He was pretty steady, but once we gelded him, he's been pretty good, pretty easy. So. Strawberry.
What's special about him, other than he looks like me?
He's a funny horse. It's sort of like, the saying, like, don't wake up the lion, so to speak. Like, if you come out and just kind of work him and he's happy and you leave him alone, he's easy. But if you kind of get in a fight with him, he might be out there all day. One of those ones.
That horse was trained by the best horse trainer in this business, in my opinion. That's Clint Allen. She's just real scared of the cows, and she wasn't ready at the futurity. He sent her to me after the futurity, and I've just worked with her. But like I say, Clint trained to death. I'm just trained the snot out of her. We just had to get over some of those issues of being scared of a cow and stuff. But 2 really good cows, good draw, good help. Good owners.
Something interesting about her.
Scared flat to death of a cow. Like just when she was even at the futurity, she didn't get shown. Just we have to go down there one time. She's just so scared of all the cows. And but really good mare. Really good mare.
What do you call her?
Bugsy, and like I say, got great owners, and the McCoys are great. They're great owners, and it's good to have a good horse with good owners.
Where did the name Bugsy come from?
I don't know, came with it.
Well, she's been a good mare for us. She's a show horse. I liked her the whole 3-year-old year. She's kind of wild, and she's real cowy, and she wants to do a little too much, so it's hard to keep her throttled down. But she's great. She's got such a pretty move. She's so strong, real smart about a cow. So she's been really good for us.
How is it with her breeding, the Woody B. Tufts? Is she more like her mother? Is she more like her father?
Hey, I don't know. I saw Woody B. Tuft show some, but the Lucinda Catalina, J.B. McLam trained her, and he said she was a great mare. So I don't know. They were both, mother and father were both really good, so it's hard to say which one she took after.
She tied for 4th at the futurity. How is she different now as compared to last December?
Well, I think she's a lot more confident. At the futurity, I felt like she was real solid and did just what I wanted her to, and now she's throwing a little of her own in.
I missed the futurity finals on her. She was real good coming up through there. We just barely missed it, and we showed her. The only place we showed her after that was at the Bonanza, and we made the finals on her at the Bonanza. I think we ended up right in the middle of the road somewhere. She's been real good. She's always been real quick and real cowy, and she's real animated, so people like to watch her. She's a little bit quirky sometimes, so you have to work her some, and that sometimes is frustrating, but most of the time when you show her it, if you do your job right, she's a pretty exciting horse to watch. We've had her since a baby, and she's always been that way. I mean, we've had her since the Derby of her when she was a yearling, and she's a little pistol, but she's a lot of fun and real neat to watch. So I kind of probably stumbled into her because she was pacing a stall so bad that no one else really would go in there and look at her, and I happened to go look at her. When I did, she calmed right down, and of course she still likes to pace the stall, and she still goes 9-0, but that's probably what enabled me to buy her. She was at a price that I could afford her, and we've kept her, and then the Andersons were really, really drawn to her, and they decided to buy her before the futurity.
I didn't get to watch the Cat mare, the Cat O'Connor mare, but they say she was incredible, like run and just bury it and just tough, and gritty and stuff. But Boone Too Soon seems to me like in this mare, she wants to move her neck like Boone, and he's got a long neck and she does. So I see similarities in him for sure after riding his colts, but I never did get to watch the mare,
What was your strategy coming into the semis today?
Man, I tell you what, that bunch of cattle were was really tough, and so I just wanted to not put myself in very many bad spots, and so that's the main thing I was trying to work, is just trying to do my job getting up out of there, you know. And I didn't cut very few seconds left right there at the end, you know, and I probably should have come cut just a little bit more, but
that is a powerful moving horse. What's it like to be on her?
I tell you what, she just takes over. She's incredibly gritty cowie. You can't hardly let her cow, you know, but yet she wants to do what's right, but she's gritty. She is really, really gritty. And to me, I think after riding some of Boone Too Soon's colts, I think he's going to put some cow horses. I mean, his colts seem really cowy.
She's a really neat mare. We bought her after Abilene. A boy from Oklahoma, Ashley Backstrom, trained her, did a wonderful job. I saw her here at the fraternity and tried to buy her then. We didn't get it done, and anyway, we finally got together after Abilene. He showed her there and done well on her, and I've showed her a couple places, just did okay, and things started coming together here. She's a really nice mare, great mare.
What's great about her? What sets her apart?
She's just so smart about a cow. She's so ahead of that cow, reading it through the turn, and soft, and she can go slow or she can go fast, and looks good doing it either way. Just nice, really, really nice mare. I mean, she's kind of all business. I mean, she does her job and go to her stall and leave her alone. Just smart about a cow. Moves good. Has a pretty way of doing things. She showed here every round. Yeah, I mean, I get some good cows cut on her, she'll be fine.
Well, he's got a good stop and good move, but his thought process is what's so good for him. You know, he reads the cattle pretty good, and you know, keeps them contained.
He uses his hind end so deep. Is that something you can train into a horse?
No, that's just natural. I'd like to tell everybody that, but that's not true.
As far as where he rates and all the horses you've had, I mean, is he special?
Well, he sure feels special. He did a while ago. You know, I mean, I think what makes him special is the characteristics that you want in a horse: stop and move, which is ability, and thought process. He's been extremely smart about what he does, and he doesn't put you in very many binds.
That's what I was curious about. I mean, when you say thought process, I'm not sure I've heard you say that a lot about a lot of horses.
Well, I've had some that were really smart, I think, and those are the ones that keeps advancing and puts you in good situations, because, you know, if you as the rider don't take yourself out, then they're not going to either, you know, because they tend to want to do their job because they're smart about what they do. Now, granted, you have to make them that way or let them be that way, but when they are, and you can get them that way, you'll have more success than not.
She's your typical dual ray mare. I think I was 10th on her at the fraternity, and then she got a little injury during the first part of the year, so we had to lay her off until now. And being as wild and as hot as she is, and I was just worried about her having all that time off, but luckily I sent her up to Matt and Megan Miller's spa, and they have a treadmill and stuff, and did a great job of keeping her in shape, so when I got her back, I could go right back to working her, and got her ready for here, and we were fortunate enough to survive it today. So
what is the difference in her from the fraternity to now?
Not much, to be honest with you. She's still pretty wild. Maybe has a little bit better understanding of what we're doing, but I'd say maybe she feels a little stronger. But as far as personality and quirkiness and you know, just being around her, she hasn't really. I wouldn't say she's matured a whole lot, but I think that's just going to be her.
He's out of Spooky's Cash, which I was fourth honor in the 2000 fraternity, and he just really exceptional horse, low moving, and just has everything that I'd look for in a horse. So hopefully we'll have a good finals.
Spooky's Cash was such a phenomenal mare and performer. How is this horse similar to his mom?
Well, she was really a low-moving, hard-stopping mare, and I think that she sure passed that on, and grit.
How is it going from the futurity to now to the super stakes? You've got those months in between. How has this horse progressed during that time?
Well, like I've had really bad luck on them. I made the finals at Abilene, but like I've showed them at most of these winter shows, and something's always happened. You know, it was just bad draws, bad cattle, and I'm glad that changed here.
She is super, super smart and so easygoing about everything. I've had a lot of really good horses that take a lot of riding or take a lot of working to get ready. You can work this mare on the flag and bring her in here for her set, and she's ready to go. I think that keeps her sound. It keeps her mind good all the time because it doesn't take much to get her ready.
Are you partial to her?
Very much. Yeah, she's my favorite one for sure. You know, I had some tough luck at the futurity. I led the aggregate going into the semifinals. Got ran over in the semifinals. Felt like it was the best horse I'd ever brought here. Went to Tunica, won. Went to the Bonanza, and I had cut a really bad cow on her. Came back to Ardmore and got third. Went to the Cattlemen's and won, and she's been just a rock star here.
And I bet it's safe to say that she's taken very well care of by Megan.
Yeah, she's
she a little spoiled?
She's really, really spoiled, and I kind of have a pet peeve of not letting horses get spoiled, but this mare gets spoiled. She drinks sweet tea and eats lots of cookies.